Now, when I was very young and just a child, and 4 or 5 years old probably, I went to church, and my mother took me to church, and we had our own class, as little children did. It was down in the basement of this church, and we would go down there and play little games, and we would sing a little song, and that song went, "Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world." And that song used to make me feel so good, and I felt loved and protected, and I loved to go to church. I enjoyed the play, and I enjoyed the feeling it gave me when I left. But as I got older, they began teaching me things that I learned later were church doctrine. And they taught me about sin. And they said things like I couldn't play cards, the kind with the kings and the queens on them. And we didn't have a deck at our house, of course, but I had seen them in the stores. And I couldn't dance, and I couldn't go to movies, and I couldn't associate with people of other religions and stuff, because God didn't love them like He loved us, and unless they became to believe like we did, God was going to punish them in hell. And the older I got, the more this teaching was given to me. So when I got old enough, I quit going to church, because I couldn't reconcile the God that I heard about as a child in that class, Jesus loves the little children of the world, into the God that I was now hearing about that didn't love. And that if people wasn't like me and didn't believe like me, He was going to punish them forever, which I thought was horrible. So I thought that, well, maybe there's either two gods, or maybe there's just no God at all. It's all made up. So I became a Gnostic. And I was agnostic for many years, never went to church. And when I was 49 years old, something happened to me. I had a really bad problem with my heart. And this problem led to a near-death experience. And in this near-death experience, I left my body. And I was being held by someone, and I didn't know who this someone was. I couldn't see him. But when I left my body and he talked to me, started talking to me, I felt this wonderful love and compassion surround me. And I became that precious child again that I used to know about when I was very young. And I knew which God was right then. I knew which one was the correct God. And he asked me if I wanted to go with Him, or did I want to finish my life. And I thought about my wife and my kids. And so I told Him I had to finish this life. So I found myself back down in my body. And I knew I was healed. This love healed me. Not only mentally, but physically. And I knew which God was real. And I went back and started reading the words of Jesus again. And he said, you must become as a little child to enter the kingdom of heaven. And he said that to love everyone, to love your enemies, to go the second mile. And I understood that teaching for the first time because I'd felt it. I knew what it was. I'd felt it as a child. And I felt it again during that near-death experience. And it was a wonderful feeling. And I still feel it today. And I know that God is real. And I know that he loves me. And not only me, but every child in the whole world, the entire world. No matter what their religion is. No matter what their color is. No matter what their beliefs are. He loves them. Every single one of them. And I hope that everyone in this world will feel that love at some time in their life and follow what Jesus said and become as a little child again and love one another. Thank you.